Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Hiba, and here on my channel I cover recent missing person cases. If you're into that type of content, please subscribe. Today we're going to be talking about the case of Samantha Wagner. Samantha is a 41-year-old woman who lives in Panama City Beach, Florida. At the time of her disappearance on June 22nd, Samantha was actually in Tennessee returning from a trip to Kentucky. Samantha had gone to Kentucky with a man named Jerry Boswell. I believe his first name is actually Gerald, but he refers to himself as Jerry, and so does everyone else, so that's what I'm going to be calling him for the rest of this video. It's not really clear what the nature of their relationship was, but since he was the last person with her, I think it's important to tell you a little bit about Jerry and his background. Jerry is a 55-year-old man, also from Florida. He has a lengthy criminal record. His previous convictions include grand theft, possession and/or distribution of illegal substances, and an aggravated attack. Again, I feel like this was necessary to mention since we know that Jerry was the last one with Samantha. While the two were in Kentucky, Samantha met Jerry's family. From what I've read, they've described Jerry as very caring towards Samantha. They've stated that they last saw the pair at around 2:30 p.m. on June 22nd before they headed out to go back towards Florida. The drive from Kentucky to Florida takes approximately 12 hours. It's possible for somebody to do this in one day if they really wanted to, if they had started driving early enough. However, like I said, they didn't leave Kentucky until at least 2:30, so this wasn't the case here. Like I previously mentioned, Samantha went missing in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. From what I understand, they either left from Holmes or Louisville, and both are approximately 2 hours away from where they ended up stopping. I wonder why they decided to stop so early on their journey home. It would have only been around 5 p.m. if they did head out around 2:30. They'd only been driving for around 2 hours or 2 hours and a half at this point, so why stop? Was it their plan to take their time going back home and to make a trip out of this? I know some people plan this and will have stops on their way back to explore that area, but I'm not sure if this is the case here. I wonder if something else happened and this is why they stopped. When they stopped in Tennessee, the two checked into a Budget Motel. The timeline and details of what happened next aren't really clear here. According to Jerry, he left the motel to grab the two of them food, and when he returned, Samantha was nowhere to be seen. Her belongings, however, were still there, including her cell phone, her money, and her ID. Jerry claims that the only thing missing, aside from Samantha, was a bottle of alcohol. Samantha didn't have a car there since her and Jerry were traveling together, so unless someone picked her up, she couldn't have gotten very far on foot. It's not clear whether Jerry went out and searched for her after realizing she was missing. I wonder if he drove around the general area or what he did to possibly try to find her. At first, it's possible that he thought that she could have ran out to get something and that she would have been back soon, but after a point, he probably realized that she wasn't coming back. Jerry claims to have called police, however, there is no record of this. In fact, no missing persons report was filed until July 21st when her family filed one. After spending the night at Budget Motel, Jerry continued on his trip home to Florida. Right off the bat, this is obviously concerning. Why wouldn't he file a missing persons report if the woman he's with goes missing, especially in a state that they're not from? What makes this even more concerning is that Samantha wasn't doing well prior to her disappearance. She was struggling with substance abuse and she wasn't doing well mentally. With this in mind, again, I'm confused why Jerry wouldn't do more to try to find her after she immediately disappeared. Since Samantha's disappearance, another individual has come forward claiming to be her boyfriend. This man's name is Kevin, and he's telling a very disturbing story about what happened leading up to Samantha's disappearance. According to Kevin, Samantha had suffered from a car accident at some point, and that, along with the substance abuse, had left her vulnerable to be taken advantage of. He claims that Jerry took advantage of Samantha and that he convinced her to leave him. He also states that Jerry did not treat Samantha well and talks about an incident where Jerry put Samantha in a hospital. He also said that after he's come forward with this information, Jerry has threatened him. Again, all of this is coming from Kevin. So far, both Jerry and Kevin have been cooperative with the investigation. There are many possibilities here, but the main goal is finding Samantha. While she didn't have a car, Samantha could have easily been picked up by someone. I've read that the motel they stayed at was near a busy area, so she could have even hitched a ride had she wanted to. However, why would she leave her belongings behind? It is possible that she was so incoherent that she didn't think to take anything with her. But again, if this were the case, why would Jerry leave her alone in the motel in the first place, or at least file a police report upon realizing she was missing? My point here is that more should have been done earlier. Whether Samantha left on her own or not, it's been over a month now and she could be anywhere. There's a rumor that she may be in Geneva, Alabama, so it's really important that people know that she's missing in surrounding states. I will include pictures of Samantha towards the end of this video, however, she has lost weight since these pictures, so keep that in mind. I truly hope that Samantha comes home soon and that their family gets the answers they're looking for. Samantha was was last seen wearing a red tank top and distressed jean shorts. She has short brown hair and brown eyes. She's 5'3" and weighs around 100 pounds. If you have any information about her whereabouts, the number for you to call will be down in the description below. My sources will also be down in the description below, but most of my sources came from her family or from the Finding Samantha Wagner Facebook group, which I'll also have linked. But that's all I have for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one.